Augmented Reality Indoor Navigator.
So let's start with introduction. Technology has become increasingly popular due to its potential use in an indoor environment. AR technology enables virtual information such as navigation instructions to be merged into an actual environment via a mobile screen. Using an AR-based indoor navigation speeds up time while also being interactive in searching for a particular building location. Every year, when new semester students enroll in the university, some students will have difficulty finding a particular location on the campus. The most search for the building upon arrival at the university is the students' halls of residence. While searching for it, students waste time asking others for information or looking for a nearby campus map.
Background of the study. With the complex indoor designs, some people would probably be lost looking at the location they wanted to be in. Thus, the introduction of AR indoor navigation, this application assists individuals the way on a specific area or room inside the building. Visitors will be able to go to that specific location site without wasting time asking people where that place is. But how does this application work? Rather than just showing you a map, it uses the phone's rear camera to determine where you are and placing direction and the data on the screen.
The overall objective of this study is to develop an augmented reality indoor navigation for the student, faculty, and guests at Universidad de Manila. At this stage in the research, augmented reality indoor navigation will be generally defined as an innovative solution with the help of technology for indoor or outdoor navigation. Number 1. What are benefits of augmented reality indoor navigation? Number 2. How would augmented reality indoor navigation help users to know what location they are in? 3. How would augmented reality indoor navigation help students and unfamiliar guests to navigate the action at the school?
Scope and limitation. The indoor navigation is a study that focuses using indoor navigation for the faculty members, visitors, and the students of Universidad de Manila new building 3rd floor. The development and the study process starts in the month of February and ends in the month of June. The study would take place in an indoor setting. Since it focuses on indoor location, it limits the things that the study would map out. Also, another factor that could affect the study is the time. Since the study has only one semester to research, this could affect the study in a way that it might affect the timeline set by the researchers. Another limitation of this software is that it cannot scan and recognize new facilities and buildings that has not been modeled by the developers. This software is currently available only in Android and it cannot operate in iOS devices.
Theoretical framework. Project uses Agile methodology. Agile is a project management methodology that focuses on taking small, iterative stages to complete tasks. The process is not dependent on linear progression, but can go back to past progression to iterate depending on the situation. The application that the group develops will require additional changes or updates depending on the features that the developers decided to implement in the AR indoor navigation. Where the group creates system solutions improvement through the collaborative effort of self-organizing in cross-functional teams with their user end.
Review of related literature. Based on Omarshi, February 1, 2017, an overall frameworks of service for indoor navigation which includes indoor mapping, indoor positioning, map planning, and en route assistance. Within a framework, we focus on augmented reality solution for en route assistance. AR assists the user walking on a multi-floor building by displaying a directional arrow under a camera view, freeing a user from knowing his or her position. AR solution relies on geomagnetic position and north-oriented space coordinate transformation. Therefore, it can work without infrastructure and without relying on GPS. The AR visual interface and the integration magnetic positioning is the main novelty of our solution which has been validated by experiments and show a good performance. Based on Release Amount 2, 2021, Augmented reality technology has become increasingly popular due to its potential use in indoor environment. AR technology enables virtual information such as navigation instructions to be merged into actual environment via a mobile screen. Using AR-based indoor navigation is speed up times while also being interactive in searching for a particular building location. Every year, when new semester students enroll in a university, some students will have difficulty finding a particular location on the campus.
Data flow diagram. First is the user who uses the app. After opening the app, they will stumble the main menu on which has a tutorial on it. If the user doesn't know how to use the app, they have to go to the tutorial and then go back to the main menu. Next is they have to go to the starting point on which they going to tap the start button. Your camera display will pop up and they have to tap the screen in order to see the live direction. Then seeing the live direction, they're going to choose which room they want to go. And after reaching the destination, a UI will pop up asking the user whether or not they want to continue using the app or quit it. If they continue using the app, they will go into the checkpoint option on which they have to go to the nearest checkpoint in order for the checkpoint to work. Tapping the checkpoint will continue them using the app as usual.
So next, we'll talk about the fishbone problem analysis. So in fishbone problem analysis, we'll talk about the problem that occur to the system while making it. So, under management, poor communication between members. Second, poor direction on the project due to no actual planning. The second sector, environment, limitation of area on which needed to measure of the said area. Next, people, different perspective on project management. Second, choosing which is the one to lead the project. Next, the methods, reaching augmented reality model based on measurements of the area. Next, the training, not skilled for programming and graphic design. Next, the tools, no conclusive plan on testing the project. No apparent tools for measuring the area.
What is an agile analysis? Let's begin by describing what agile analysis isn't. It isn't a phase in the life cycle of a project. It isn't a task on your project schedule. It isn't a means unto itself. So, let's move to agile design process. For a very long time, design has not been perceived as an iterative process. Often, designers would be pushed to start working on high-fidelity prototypes straight away. This often resulted in poorly throughout of products that didn't really address users' needs as a great deal. Next, the coding. Agile software development refers to a group of software's development methodologies based on iterative development, where requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between self-organizing cross-functional teams. What is agile testing? Agile testing is a testing practice that follows the rules and principles of agile software development. Unlike the waterfall method, agile testing can begin at the start of the project with continuous integration between development and testing. Agile testing methodology is not a sequential, in the sense it's executed only after coding phase, but continuous. Next, agile test plan. Agile test plan includes types of testing done. In that iteration like test data requirements, infrastructure, test environments, and test results. Unlike the waterfall model, in an agile model, a test plan is written and updated for every release. Typical test plans in agile includes. Next, let's move on to the acceptance. In agile, acceptance criteria refer to a set of predefined requirements that must be met to mark a user's story complete. Acceptance criteria are also sometimes called the definition of done because of determine the scope and requirements that must be executed by developer to consider the user story finish. Then the last one, let's define document properties. Some brief metadata about the document, such things as the owner, stakeholders, status, target release, etc. This helps get everyone on the same page in terms of some of who is responsible for what and communicating our target release goals. We use these properties to also report and quickly access previous requirements on an index page showing all the requirements.